Welcome to another Petersburg By Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the SPbN By Night Twitch channel where we play St. Petersburg By Night, a massive multiplayer tabletop role-playing game set in the world of darkness. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, and Werewolf the Apocalypse. My name is Nikki, also known as Crafty Mirage, and you can find me on all social media at Crafty Mirage, and I am one of the storytellers here at SPbN By Night. Make sure to check out SPbN By Night on all major social media platforms. We are on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, where we now have a YouTube exclusive series. But you should check us out on our website, SPbNByNight.com, where we have our city map, our storyteller profiles, our threat meter. We have all of the coteries listed there. It's great. We have all of our shows listed there, too. It's amazing. We have so much information. We have our podcasts up there now. We're on Spotify, guys. Go check us out on Spotify if you can't listen to the shows live. You can just listen to it on your way to work. You can listen to it at work. I know I do. I ain't paying attention at work. I'm a horrible employee. If you aren't already a subscriber here on Twitch, you should go ahead and hit that follow button and catch up on our past episodes. And if you're interested in playing with us, come join our Discord server and be a part of our amazing community. Today we are playing Don't Get Caught, one of the many chronicles here at SPbN By Night. Let's introduce our players.
Hi, I'm Jade. I'm going to be playing the Toreador chef, Alex Baker.
I am Mango, and I'm going to be playing Annalise, the Tremere hacker, and I'm going to be a monster tonight.
Hi, I'm Crassus, and I'm playing Rex Elias, a very angry kindred. Nosferatu.
Hello, I am Jay, playing Valerie Monet, and this time, I finally did nothing wrong.
Just this time, though, right?
For once.
Valerie's just like, I'm innocent for once. I'm just going to sit back and watch it.
Wow, it didn't involve me at all.
This doesn't involve me. I'm fucking scot-free. Awesome. All right, so last we left off, our coterie went and met with the co-barons, Dorothy and Zeke of Dune Eden, where they were confronted by two rather angry and annoyed kindred who were upset that this situation hasn't been dealt with fully yet. They questioned the coterie, asking them about what was taking them so long to resolve this and who they were and why they felt that they were qualified to even take this task on. During this meeting, Alex tried intimidating the co-barons and fell in compulsion to her clan curse, which was to become obsessed with the most beautiful thing in the room, which was the Baron Zeke London. Essentially, she went ahead and started fawning over him, kind of throwing her coterie members under the bus and questioning the coterie's leader, Rex's leadership and his ability to perform this task. The co-barons, amused but also perturbed by the lack of loyalty tying this coterie together, decided to speak to Alex privately and individually ushered their way into a separate room with her, where Zeke London offered advice of her being more manipulative in the future, whereas Dorothy Bennett simply sliced off her hand for insubordination. Alex left in a paranoia frenzy, just retreating to safety, fully cowed by the horribly embarrassing social encounter that she had just gone through. And the rest of the coterie left to lick their wounds and perhaps mete out punishment. So tonight we are starting on that actual same night. The coterie has retreated back to the territory of Tarpon Springs. And Rex, you were wanting to reach out to Alex and have a conversation with her. How are you reaching out to her since she fully cowered away by her on her own?
Well, honestly, I didn't expect it to be the same night. But I can work out with that.
If you want, we can handle it on a different night.
Yeah, just a few days later. That would be fine.
All right, so let's go ahead and do it like 2 nights later. Give her 48 hours to recover.
Yeah.
All right, so 48 hours later.
Next time I'm in the Haven working in the kitchen.
Sure.
Oh, and let's go ahead and switch scenes. Right.
Rex will come in a bit perturbed, but not fully aware that. Well, does Alex have a car?
Probably just a simple, basic car.
Yeah, he would spot her car in the driveway and come in knowing that she was here. He'll come in and he'll stop when he sees Alex, and he'll go, "You, balcony, now." And he'll just start heading upstairs.
I will set down my knife. I've been chopping vegetables using the regrowing hand to try to practice getting used to it again, and follow him silently up to the balcony.
Rex will be at the balcony overlooking the canal in the back, and he'll have lit up a cigarette, waiting.
Shouldn't we do this somewhere a little more private? There are ears everywhere.
This is the best you're getting. Shut the hell up.
Why should I?
Rex is gonna turn around. The fuck are you doing?
Trying to get a job done that I've been assigned. It wasn't my first choice to work with you assholes.
It hasn't even been 4 weeks yet. You barely know me. You've barely even met these people. And you're just going to come in here and act like you can just shake shit up. Like you're the new boss in town. Like I'm some fucking goon that you could just push over. Eat my ass.
Now you're finally getting it. We're anarchs. That's what we do.
Oh, please. It's a hierarchy here. There's not just a big prince in charge. Every coterie has a leader. Every coterie has an initiative to get through. How hard is that to understand? We have our Baron. The Baron picked me because I showed initiative, not you, not Valerie, not anybody else that used to be in this coterie. She's done a good job, Valerie, but she's not the leader, and you can't just be out of nowhere, fucking not even bothering to even talk to me, coming in, trying to make yourself the new leader of the group, trying to question my choices and my beliefs.
We are a collective here. There is no leader.
Bullshit. You want that shit? You go to Pharaoh's fucking barony. I'm not about to lead some communist utopia nonsense like he does. This is De Leon's barony. This is my coterie. Get that through your fucking rose skull.
First time this has been fucking communicated with me. Marcos nor Sebastian hasn't told me any of that shit.
Are you serious? He fucking said it himself. Marcos said, "Oh, this is Rex. He's your leader." I'm fucking dead on certain that he said that. And even if he didn't, was me not briefing you guys? Was me not commanding things out of people not enough for you? Was it not clear that I'm the one giving the instructions, that I'm the one telling, that I'm the one briefing you, I'm the one telling you what's what? Was it not clear that I was the leader?
Fuck no.
Pathetic.
Likewise.
Try me.
You are just a fucking druggie. What makes you have any right to be a leader?
I've been only a vampire for only like 1 fucking year. But that does not mean that I haven't worked my ass off. I am a 34-year-old man, but I have been working in this goddamn cartel for the past 20 years of my life. What have you gotten? A fucking disqualification from a shitty cooking show? Who cares? I have been part of this stupid barony not the barony, the cartel for longer than you can imagine. I've worked my way up. I'm not just some side hustling, street slinging asshole. I can be. It's nice sometimes. But I'm a businessman. I distribute. I have underlings. I tell them what to do, and you are no different from the next fucking teenager that I pick up off the street and say, "Here's some coke. Sell it to some asshole." If it were up to me that night, you would have been fucking ashes. You would have lost more than just a goddamn hand. It was funny seeing you skirt out of there. You embarrassed me. You embarrassed yourself, and you embarrassed my coterie. How fucking dare you?
So why are you fucking talking about it? You should be doing something about that.
This is doing something!
Action speaks louder than words. All
You
I
haven't
do is
been
talk from
around.
you.
You haven't been around long enough to even see the actions. But was me not telling you what's what? The fucking action? Was me not briefing you with Marcos? The action? Was me not calming everybody down, getting everybody ready to talk to the barons? Not enough for you? We haven't even gotten to work yet, and yet you just...
Exactly my fucking point. We should have gone to work that first week rather than dealing with those shitty bodies you couldn't be bothered to deal with.
I did not even know you were coming. Nobody gave me a heads up that you were even there. That shit was being taken care of. I knew that. It wasn't my job to take care of it. It was already reported and it was already being done. You were the cleanup crew, but they didn't tell me about it.
Shows how much Marcos truly respects you then.
Marcos is a fucking worm. It's not... If
like
he wants to be a fucking... I'm about to fucking throw you off this goddamn balcony if you don't shut the hell up. All right. Don't you ever disrespect me again. Don't you ever disrespect my coterie or my questions ever again. You have something to say, you want to say something, you fucking ask first. You want to give me advice? Fine. Just ask. Talk to me with some respect, and you'll get it back in return. But for right now, I trust you as much, if not as little as that shitty fucking cam ghoul downstairs.
So what gives Annalise the right to be a bitch?
Because Annalise is respectful. Because Annalise at least knows Marcos. That was very clear from the second that she talked to him. She has been part of this organization. Do you understand how pivotal the organization is? The coterie, the cartel is to our coterie. It is the barony isn't just the anarchs. The barony is the cartel. She is part of it. I am part of it. You're part of it now too. I don't think you understand that.
It's an abusive power structure just like every other barony and just like the Camarilla.
Welcome to Kindred Society. If you wanted independence, you should have been an independent. But too bad, you're here now. Run if you want to, but you're under my supervision until fucking otherwise.
If you say so.
Now, you don't get to fucking talk to me like that ever again. I don't even want you to say my fucking name ever again.
Why not Rex?
You call me Mr. Elias from now on. You say sir. I want you to understand that I am not to be trifled with ever again. I am the leader here.
Some leader you are, letting Camarilla spies linger in your midst.
Oh, trust me. He's gonna get his due when it comes.
So why haven't you laid down the law and given him his due now? You are leaving these bombs under the table. You should be dealing with shit before it becomes a problem, rather than waiting for Annalise to bring it up.
Waiting for Annalise? Girl, I fucking searched that man's car that night. I've been digging through his shit immediately. I wanted to fucking eat him alive. But guess what? I respect Valerie enough that I am willing to give her certain liberties. Even though I think her brain got fucked with over there, I trust her enough that she isn't going to turn rogue right away. And if she does, we'll be ready.
What is she going to earn that respect?
More than you have, more than you ever fucking will.
Details. Everyone says shit like that.
You don't deserve them. If you're going to be an insubordinate worm, then you don't want to question me again. Do it, and I will break you through that fucking glass door behind you. Anything else?
What have you actually done for the cartel?
Was the part about fucking 20 years of service not been enough for you? Has the fact that I've slung drugs my entire goddamn life done anything for you? How about the fact that I got shot to death going to fucking steal $50,000 from fucking unknown powerful ass Camarilla kindred? Is that not enough for you? How about
Now
the fact that I
enough.
stole $50 million worth of cocaine?
Well, color me impressed. That is actually doing some shit, rather than just slinging the drugs to street trash.
My God, Alex.
I am actually seeing why they keep you around. Finally. Keep
No
this attitude up and we may actually have some respect between us.
No. You don't get any respect from me from now on because of how embarrassing that shit was. You're a toreador. You should be able to handle yourself under pressure like that. Now, once again, you call me sir. You call me Mr. Elias. I don't want to hear the name Rex come from your fucking lips ever again. Now, anything else?
This isn't over, Mr. Elias.
We'll see about that. Now get your ass downstairs.
Rex,
What's the plan?
go ahead and give me a manipulation and intimidation roll. You can add your ugliness score to this because Nosferatu have one bonus to their ugliness is that they get a 2 dice bonus to intimidation rolls. Alex, you have to roll composure and resolve at a 2 dice penalty because he is ugly. Social combat between Nosferatu and Toreador is insane.
All right, what was it again?
You're going to do manipulation and intimidation, and you're going to add your ugliness to it. So, whatever. How many points do you have in ugliness?
It's 2 naturally.
2 naturally. So you add 1 dice then.
Oh, okay.
So it's 1 dice to that, and then
I'll go
Alex,
ahead
you add you subtract your Bane severity to your roll.
Should we browse for tonight?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I'll go ahead and browse an addition.
Freaking Val and Annalise are probably in the Haven right now, just at their respective locations, just like looking up and then pretending they don't hear anything.
That was before we browsed, so I have to re-roll it.
Only 3 successes.
Only
Alright.
1 success.
So Alex, you're going to take 3 points of superficial willpower damage. As the Nosferatu Rex Elias has exerted his point to you tonight. While you met it with defiance, as you usually do, it did affect you in a way, and you were thoroughly embarrassed by this whole situation. It was loud, it was public, and you know that your other coterie mates were inside, probably able to hear the whole damn thing. All right. We transition now to Annalise. Annalise, you wanted to see if there were any other Tremere in the area, because being from the Bronx, you had access to other Tremere anarchs who could help educate you in rituals and such. So you reached out to the person who who you thought knew the area the best and the kindred within, which was Marcos. He said that there was someone in the territory that he could put you in contact with, and directed you to come to La Selva Spa and Resort and to meet them at the Cabana bar outside by the pools. He said he said that you shouldn't be bothered for the hour that he set up the meeting. Most of the staff is going to be already gone, and whoever you are there to meet will be the only person there. So you come to La Selva Spa at the appropriate time. You make your way through the lobby, head to the pool area where you see there's a lot of nice cloth cabanas, very luxurious area, nice large clean pool, and you do see the bar on one side. It's lit up with LED tiki torches, and you do see that there is an individual seated at the bar. Edith, if you would like to go ahead and describe yourself.
You would see about 4'5", tiny little petite woman. She is dressed in almost a modern casual steampunk style with 2 to 3 inch heels on the boots. The hair that is very messy and tousled is pulled up into like a big messy ponytail at the back. Minimal makeup, but very heavy, dark brown, almost blood, like that rusty blood red on the tinned lipstick. And an absolute plethora of different necklaces, silver, gold, like it is just a clash and a half. And she has very predominantly very thick, almost mid-brown gloves. And she's sort of very much sitting there fiddling with her hands while she's leaning against the bar. Sort of holding a drink, looking like she belongs there.
Alrighty then. Annalise will approach, and she is a taller kindred. She is about 5'10" without shoes, and with her platform pastel pink boots, she is about 6'1". She's wearing, from the boots up, we've got black cargo pants, a cold shoulder black hoodie that if she has the hood up, you will see has cat ears on it. And she has dark green wavy hair that is about shoulder length, maybe a little bit longer, and not stunning, not plain, kind of in the middle. And she will approach you and say, "Good evening. Are you here to meet with Annalise? Because that would be myself."
Sure as hell didn't think I'd be meeting a giant. How you going, love?
I'm doing all right. Pleased to be meeting a cousin that's local to the area.
We'll see how you think about it being a pleasure by the time we finish talking, yeah? See how we go with that, yeah?
Fair enough.
Have a seat. Maybe I can make a bit of eye contact. A bit tall for my liking.
Fair enough. And she will have a seat at the bar and kind of do a little bit of a shoulder lean so that she is slouched slightly for her new acquaintance's comfort.
Edith will sit on one of the bar stools, and she definitely has to give herself a boost, and she's like got an extra pillow under her butt. She's used to this. And she's holding the whiskey that she's got in front of her, sort of playing with the top of the glass, just be like, "A little birdie told me that you were looking for a bit of information."
Always. Like I kind of alluded to, I'm new to the area and young enough that I'm not foolish to think that I know everything I'd like to know to get what I want to do done.
You sure you're part of the family? I've heard they're all a pack of know-it-alls, especially the ones down south.
I'm not from down south, I'm from the Bronx.
And I'm from fucking Coventry Lane. Does that matter where we come from, or does it matter where we are right now?
That down south, I got you. Never mind. Fair enough. Yeah, the ones down south are definitely a fucking problem, but...
I don't know about a problem, but they're sure as heck got a stick up their ass. So, what is it exactly that you're after? Because I'm not here to beat around the bush.
Fair enough. I am after...
You want education? You want drugs?
That if I needed drugs, I could talk to my coterie leader.
Oh, you need a little bit of something on the side? I can find someone later for you.
I'm all right, thank you. I appreciate that. As far as that goes, I am after an education. Currently
I look
don't
like
have.
a fucking professor.
I mean, you look like you know your shit.
Fucking know something. Well, not about you. The question is, how well can you pretend to not know something? That's the problem. I'm not real keen on anyone knowing. I'm kind of a bit not okay with even you knowing about me.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
See, there's the problem. If you don't know nothing, then you know something.
But I don't know nothing about nothing. I know something about nothing, but that's not anything.
Fucking hell, you really are part of the family. Talking fucking circles. So, you're after an education. There's a couple of good colleges around. They could probably help you.
I'm after more of a family education. Some of the old, traditional practices that I don't necessarily have access to at the moment.
You want to get some blood on your fingertips, do you?
Always.
Right. What are you willing to pay for it?
Well, I have a variety of services I could offer. It depends on what you're particularly interested in. I could get you some.
Services I've got. I work for Mr. De Leon. Services I've fucking got.
Well, some of the services he might offer you actually come through me, so it depends.
Oh, you're a funny little love, aren't you?
Not all of them, but
You're
some.
so fucking cute. So,
What would you like?
look, I may or may not owe a bit of a debt to Mr. De Leon. So apparently I've got to help you anyway. But
What would you
How
like
about-
anyway?
how about you don't know me, I don't know you?
Never met you a day in my life, especially not a night.
Well, because here's the thing. If I find out from anyone, people have found out about me through you, there won't be a fucking ritual alive that'll keep you from me finding you. Alright?
Fair enough. Person's privacy is especially important these nights.
It ain't about privacy. It's about pride. It's about staying alive.
That as
And
well.
if you're one of mine, and you're down this way, and you're running around here, I hope you're keeping your fucking trap shut. Because you know we ain't supposed to exist, right?
Oh, I'm aware. And yeah, no, I'm ensuring my own non-existence in the area as well, so
Right. But you're talking to me.
I've never met you before. What are you talking about?
Just a, still look down at the glass. Just a whiskey dealer, eh? Little bit of fire in the blood never hurt anyone? Yeah?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Alright. Well, if you think that we can strike a bargain, of you never meeting me and me never meeting you, I can pay off my fucking debt. This might just work. And she'll stick her hand out and just be like, care a shake on it, love?
This only seems fair. And Annalise will take her hand and shake.
It is a very light, petite hand. You will feel the fingers almost feel twisted inside the gloves. She grips, and as she moves her hand away, there's a card in your hand. It's a playing card with a phone number on it. when it is you feel like meeting someone that you don't know, you let me know, alright, love? You seem like a pretty little thing. She looks you up and down. In a relative term. To keep me occupied for a little bit. It's been a while since I've had a project.
I am nothing if not a work in progress.
Good to see. And she'll pat you on the cheek. We done here now then, love? Yeah?
Certainly. I'm sure you got other things to do with your evening, and appreciate the information on someone I've never met.
Right. Your circle's got a bit of a hole in it. Keep working. You'll be right. And she's gonna just turn
I'm
away.
getting there.
Grab a drink.
And Annalise will head back to the coterie house.
We switched over to Alex. Alex, it's been a couple of days since you had that severe tongue lashing from Rex. Your hand is starting to grow back. I don't want to quote Deadpool, but it's like Deadpool where it's kind of just like a little hand coming out right now. It's not really usable though.
I'll keep it under wraps.
Yeah. But yeah, you basically had to call off work this week. Anytime you do go in, it's just to check in on management stuff, not really do any physical activity, just to not arouse suspicion just in case someone sees it by mistake.
Well, I live at the restaurant, so probably staying in the back doing paperwork.
Yeah, you basically have isolated yourself from the rest of your staff. So, one thing you do make note of during this week is when you go to check your social media accounts, you find that you've been locked out of all of them. The passwords have been changed. You can't get in to any of them. How does Alex react to that?
Kind of actually impressed with Annalise. She really does have skill there. Bit mad, bit bitter, but just does the proper thing and reports the account as stolen. And then views the public side to make sure nothing horrible has been posted to ruin her image.
You see that nothing has been done to the actual accounts yet. They're still getting views, they're still getting follows, people are still commenting, but you just don't have access to engage with anyone from the actual main account.
I'll go to the menu and report as stolen, and then send a text to Annalise.
What does the text say?
I see you've done some stuff with my social media work.
All right. You don't get a response right away. But eventually, you do just get a emoji response of a smiley face emoji with the angel crown, with like the angel halo on it.
I'll send a single word back. Impressive.
Now, you did request to meet with Marcos, correct?
At least a call with him.
He will actually encourage you to come see him.
In that case, I'll see if he wants to come to the restaurant and have a meeting in my place.
He'll text back that he would prefer if you just come to the spa. He doesn't like to be far.
I'll just walk across the street to the spa.
Yeah. So you head over to the spa, and the concierge will lead you over to the room that Marcos is generally hanging out at. It's more of a suite, this area. Like, it's clearly could be some form of living situation for some people. Several rooms attached to a main living room area, and he's just chilling in one of the plush seats, just lounging, smoking a cigar, and pounding drinking straight from a bottle of some very high shelf rum, just straight from the bottle he's drinking, and he'll look to you. Go ahead and give me a wits and insight check.
All right. Do I recognize what kind of rum it is? Just from the label?
It is Appleton Estates. And based on the year it is, you can tell like that's a bottle that runs around $90.
Three successes?
3 successes. I'll say with 3 successes, you're able to read that Marcos is not in the best of moods right now. He's coming off a little annoyed, and he keeps glancing at one of the doors connecting to another room.
I'll make a polite comment about his taste in rum and thank him for the time to set up this meeting.
Caribbean rum is the only acceptable thing you should drink. Have a seat.
I'll pull up a chair and have a seat.
So, what'd you want?
Well, a few things. First of all, could you tell me a bit more about the cartel? I don't believe I've gotten the proper rundown on the operations.
We're the fucking cartel. We deal with all of the drugs in the area that come out of Colombia, the Caribbean, South America, all the places.
Like, how big and how powerful is this cartel, really?
Big enough.
I've only seen... I understand. I'd like to be a valuable asset to the team rather than just a small part. I'd like to prove myself to you.
That takes work. That takes dedication. And that takes action.
Precisely why I came to talk. I am aware I am in debt to you for your assistance with setting up the parlor, as well as all the business with my sire.
You're in debt to the boss.
Yes. I'd like to increase my stake in the operations around here beyond just money laundering.
Beyond just money laundering? So you want to you want to start dealing? You want to go out on the streets and serve
Possibly.
out cocaine, Molly, ecstasy, acid?
I was thinking more white-collar trade. I believe people like Rex have gotten the streets cornered, but there's a lot of high-end people in these parts of town who would be interested in our wares.
Like, what do you got in mind?
Well, I have a perfect place to deal with people like the mayor and all the business people around here. Not to mention all the people coming in for the spa and resort. All of those people would be interested in stuff, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, it's easy to deal to tourists. It ain't so easy to deal to politicians.
I have my ways.
Let me tell you something. The most valuable thing that you can do when it comes to politicians? Blackmail.
Precisely. And I have the perfect space to do so. I'm getting my herd established, and they will be quite useful on that front soon enough.
You sure you're ready to get your hands dirty like this, kid? No offense, but you're...
Not immediately, but I like to plan ahead and make sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah, you seem like... Alright, I'm just gonna be blunt about this. You seem like some rich white bitch who just came in from the suburbs and wants to play drug dealer to piss off her daddy.
Not necessarily wrong, but you're missing some pieces there.
Well, speak up then, princess, because I've already dealt with... I've had my fill of Toreador princesses in my life, so...
I want to prove to the cartel I'm not just a princess. I'm sure you've heard of some of the issues that have happened recently.
What issues?
With the other barons, the meeting could have gone a little better than anticipated, and I wave my damaged hand.
He looks at your hand. So what'd you do to fuck up? Because let me tell you, that only happens to the person who fucked up.
Well, my beast kinda got a little out of control.
Your beast or you?
My beast.
I don't know nothing about that. I haven't gotten
I have
to that
learned-
point yet.
I understand. I just want to make sure you are aware and we can work to do things better.
All right, listen. And he cuts off as the connecting door opens, and you see a young woman, about 24 in appearance, step out from that room into this little living area situation. Still nice, cozy seating area. The woman appears to be Cuban in heritage. She has long, wavy brown hair that is down to her lower back, and she has styled up in a half up, half down with just like strategically placed curls and waves to give it like a little bit of a beach vibe. She's wearing a black crop top with a plunging neckline and a short flowy skirt that is well above the knee, and some very impressive heels. She approaches, she has these piercing green eyes that travel over to Marcos, and she walks over and kind of runs her nails across his face and leans down to kiss the top of his head. And who's this with you tonight, Marcos? Didn't know you were allowed to have company.
Business associate.
She'll glance at your hand. Little accident?
Things happen.
What's your name, kid?
Why do you ask?
Because I like to know who people are.
You can call me Chef Alex.
Chef Alex.
Chef Alex Baker.
Ooh, Alex Baker. You know, I actually think I saw you come up on my FYP.
Do I know what that is?
FYP, your For You page on TikTok.
Oh,
I think I saw, yeah, I definitely saw some of, you're a chef?
yep, restaurant just down the street from here.
So, if you look at Marcos, I'll still let that 3 successes from earlier run. You can see that he is a lot tenser now that this woman is in the room with you guys, and is very uncomfortable with how much she is touching him.
And what would your name be?
My name? Are you saying you don't know who I am?
I've seen you around, but I don't have never properly introduced yourself.
Carmen Alvarez. And she'll look at Marcos, down at Marcos. You don't talk about me enough, Marcos. Oh.
Would I have any knowledge of her for real?
Go ahead, and you can give me either a intelligence and politics, intelligence and etiquette. Yeah, intelligence and politics or intelligence and etiquette.
Two successes?
You've heard the name Carmen Alvarez. You've seen her mentioned in the Tampa Bay Times before. She is the owner of a nightclub in the area you would know as the Neutral Zone. And it's a very...
This club?
You wouldn't know it's a succubus club. You didn't roll high enough. You just know that it is a nightclub, a very popular and highly reviewed nightclub that is in the Neutral Zone.
Would I remember either Rex or Valerie mentioning the name Carmen?
I'm not sure. I can't remember if they have mentioned her or not to you.
We did mention it. Went right in front of the door to the
Okay, yeah. So
Barons.
yeah.
We brought it.
Yeah. So
I don't
you
know
would.
if we name dropped her, but it's fine.
I think I name dropped Carmen.
Yeah.
And
So
because you asked for information or something like that, and we
Yes.
said we were going to talk about it.
yeah. So you remember Valerie name dropping Carmen.
Ah, that's where I recognize you, Carmen. One of my friends mentioned. One of my associates.
Who are your associates?
Someone by the name of Valerie. Marcos assigned me to them to get some jobs done.
So you're the ones that talked to Dorothy and Zeke?
Yeah, those assholes.
You're the one that you're the one that got their hand that has a handful of ashes on the floor right now, aren't you?
It's growing back.
Oh, well, I have to sit down now and get the other side of the story. And she goes ahead and just sits herself on
Rather than
that,
I have another idea. How about I treat you to dinner sometime?
I don't eat kind food.
That's not what I mean. Private, upscale place. I can get you a kind to eat.
No, thank you. The people, my preferences aren't in restaurants.
Okay. I just wanted to give a better place for us to talk in private.
No, we can talk right here. And she'll sit herself on Marcos's lap and just idly stroke his jaw as she gives you her full attention. So, tell me the other side of the story, because I heard plenty from Zeke.
Well, information is a currency in these parts.
Yeah, and
what would you like to know?
I want to hear what happened. I want to hear how you're spinning this.
I'm trying to downplay this.
I don't think you're
An information broker like you?
I don't think you're going to succeed. You have 2 barons already telling people about you.
And what are they saying?
You're an insolent, disloyal kindred who has a big mouth.
And they're fucking assholes who are indolent and abusive.
Do you not know what kind of society you live? How old are you?
Old enough.
Old enough. Well, clearly not old enough to realize how things work here. Abusive kindred. Oh my god, call the press.
No, I am quite well aware of how common that is. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Doesn't mean you have to like it, but it does mean you have to take it sometimes.
Precisely what I'm doing here.
But you still continue to be insolent behind closed doors to someone who you know is in direct communication with them. I just
didn't
told
realize you
you.
were in.
I just told you that I spoke with them. If I had a if I spoke with them between when you pissed them off and now, that means that I regularly talk to them.
And what kind of relationship do you have with them?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. I don't think you actually know how to play this game, sweetie.
I'm trying to learn.
Let me give you some advice from Toreador to Toreador. Shut the fuck up. You're a whelp compared to some of these people. Do you actually have a power structure? Do you have the backing to back that mouth? What do you have to contribute that will make people not want to mess with you?
Some technical skills, some skills with the kind.
Okay. But do you actually have any... Okay, but are any of those actual resources to back what you want to get done?
For the mission I've been assigned, they should be quite valuable.
And what have you been assigned to do?
You can ask Marcos that.
We'll talk later, sweetie. She'll turn back to you. Listen. Again, from one toreador to another, I know what it's like to have a rather sharp tongue and a very prickly set of thorns to those beautiful petals. You gotta lure them in with the beauty and not let them realize that they're grasping at thorns.
But what if you don't want them close?
Then you're a fucking idiot. You keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer.
I think that's called a cliche.
I think that's called manipulation tactics, sweetie. What happens when you have the ear of someone powerful? Of someone influential? Of someone... What happens when you are well liked by someone who is powerful and influential?
You can manipulate them, but currently I'm trying to build up my resources.
Resources? Your fucking mouth can be your resource if you need it to. Sometimes a couple of honeyed words, a couple of compliments, a couple of endearments to the right people will make them want to do things for you.
Well, that was the plan with Zeke, and see how that turned out?
Don't try to manipulate someone until you have all the details in front of you. Until you have something, until you know for sure what to do. Otherwise, just keep your mouth shut.
I appreciate the advice, Carmen. May I ask you another question?
Sure.
This goes for you too. Marcos. What's your opinion on this Rex guy?
Marcos shifts a little bit under in his seat a little bit, kind of trying to just deal with the situation and present it to him. He's been a loyal guy to the cartel. He's been working for us since before he was even a kindred. I trust him to run this shit right.
And you, Carmen?
His face could use some work, but he tries to make an effort to look nice whenever he comes into my nightclub, which I appreciate that. He also needs to learn how to play the game better, but he's gotten into less trouble than you have. You've made a couple of very big waves and a couple of very powerful enemies already.
So how do you advise I take control of this Rex guy, as you told me?
Go ahead and roll me a composure and intelligence roll.
I'm gonna rouse.
Okay.
Four successes.
You feel an overwhelming presence coming off of this woman as she stands up and goes over to you and gently traces her nail, her very sharp acrylic nail, along your face, down to your jaw, and lifts up your chin. She is gorgeous, she is magnanimous, and you are so lucky to be getting any form of attention from this woman, as you are awed. First things first, little bud. Don't fucking tell people what you're intending to do until you know where their loyalties truly lie. He just said that she's looking at Marcus. He just said that he trusts Rex. And you just said that you want to take over. Now, what are we going to do in this situation right now? Do we let Marcos off with this information? Or do we make him forget? Because I can do that. But it'll cost you.
I think it's fine to leave him with this information. You just told me there's a game to be played here. And we're all pieces in it. I'm just asking how you'd advise getting his ear.
To getting Rex's ear?
Yes. What makes him tick?
I don't know what makes a druggie tick.
Me either, and that's my problem with him.
Probably cocaine. I don't know.
If
you want to get his ear and his trust, you have to give him a reason to trust you and to listen to you.
I want to know what strings I can pull with him, because currently he just seems unshakable.
And if you want to do that, you have to get on his good side first. You have to get him to trust you, and you have to get him to tell you things about himself. Private information, personal information, stuff that you shouldn't be telling anyone that you can exploit later on, right, Marcos? And he's just staring at her, now fully enamored by her. And he just nods dreamily.
And that is what I'm trying to do, gorgeous.
Don't you forget it. Listen, sweetie. Be fucking careful, because you are playing a very dangerous game. I've seen people like you before. Do you know where they are now?
I assume most of them are ash.
In a mason jar on some shelf in the VA. Malkavians do very weird things, but they're endearing to me. Yes, they're ash. Do you want to end up like them?
Not currently.
Then think before you speak. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And she'll tap you on the cheek and go over to Marcos, give him a kiss on the top of his head. I'll be back next month for family dinner. And she'll head on out. Once she's out the door, the pure sensation of the presence evaporating as quickly as it entered the room. Were there any other questions you had for Marcos?
So, on the note of Rex, what makes him worthy to be a leader of this group? Why did you assign me to him?
Because he's fucking in charge, that's why, and that's all that should fucking matter. And he looks very upset with you right now.
And what about this Annalise person? Beyond her technical skills, she seems to have just as big of a mouth.
Yeah, but she doesn't fucking mouth off to the wrong people. You mouthed off to the wrong people from what I'm learning right now. And you definitely opened your mouth way too much in front of the wrong people. And he looks through at the door.
She seemed like a nice character.
She's fucking Cam.
So what was she doing here with you?
Her fucking sire is the Baron.
So why does he tolerate her being Cam?
Because she's his kid. Some bonds can't be fucking broken by sect lines. Ask the Nosferatu.
So why doesn't he pull her back into the fold?
Because she's fucking formidable in her own right. And you just fucking dumped a lot of information on her.
Seems like she already knew the better half of it.
She'll like to make you think that. But she's a snake in the grass. Just like the bitch who cut off your hand.
Good to know.
Get the fuck out of here, Alex. Make better choices. And make sure I don't have a reason to tell Rex what you said here tonight.
Understood.
We transition now to Valerie and Annalise. Valerie, you had a specific task in mind when wanting to meet with Annalise tonight. Do you want to go ahead and tell the audience what it is?
So I specifically wanted to meet with Annalise for two kind of reasons, to be honest. One of them was because I wanted to have a nice little secure way of communicating with others, just in case. Don't really have that skill to do so myself. And the other reason was because there's a certain Twitch streamer that I enjoy, and I would like to see him prosper, so to speak. Some nice potential.
All right. So I'll say that you guys meet up at the Coterie Haven at a pre-established time. Annalise, do you have a particular setup with your computers that you'd like to describe?
Yeah, so Annalise, in her room/office, will have a circular desk set up that just has kind of a slot in the back of it with multiple monitors around the setup. She has a fairly top-of-the-line computer tower set up, as well as, given her resources, I would like to say it's not out of her reach to have a nice PS5 set up and hooked to a larger monitor on the wall. Just all of the fun techie toys that money can buy, along with just wall-to-wall Hello Kitty quiche. Just kitschy Hello Kitty shit everywhere. Including like the case on the computer tower is like covered in Hello Kitty and friends, and aside from her pants and her top, everything in this room is some shade of pastel or like light cut, like just absolutely looks like you walked into a little kid's fantasy room with like a Star Trek-esque control center in the middle with a round desk. And if Valerie walks in, Annalise would have her headphones on and probably be playing Minecraft and just humming to herself.
I would first knock on the door before anything, just a loud set of knocks, and if I didn't get an answer, I would walk in.
Let's see if wits and awareness. Annalise at a 2 dice penalty because of the music.
All right. 1 second. Oh, and I did my rouse check earlier, and I did get hungrier, so I'm running at a hunger of 2.
Okay. Good to know.
You said at a penalty of 2?
Yes, because of the music.
One success. I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, so Valerie, there's no response to your knocking.
I'm mining diamonds in here. I got priorities.
Yeah, there's no response to your knock, so you cautiously open the door, poke your head in, and you see Annalise absolutely jamming to whatever's playing on the headphones. And the scene is yours.
Probably caramel dancing.
And the scene is yours.
So there's a few moments when Valerie just kind of takes in this room with just barely disguised disgust of this scenery, and just looking at Annalise for a moment, just doing this dance, just, and then before kind of walking up a bit closer and kind of just kind of loudly clearing her throat, trying to get Annalise's attention without having to, randomly touch them or, get close, that close. And if that didn't work,
Oh. Hey, Val, what's up?
I see a interesting choice of decoration, considering the already interesting design of the paven here.
I like it. It's cheerful. Gives me something to smile about when we're not busy dissolving corpses and shit. What can I do you for, Val?
Came in to talk about that favor that you talked about when keeping your identity secret, that you would do something for us.
Gladly. What's up?
Actually had two things in mind. I'm not sure the actual difficulty of these tasks, so if both of them are too much, feel free to tell me so. The more important of the two was that I was hoping if you had a way to set up a secure method of communication, something that would be difficult for others to break into. So if I need to talk to someone else, I wouldn't have to worry about any prying eyes.
That's easy enough to do. I can help with that.
And the other, I see you probably already know much more about this. Do you know this thing called Twitch? It's something that I've been getting into a little bit.
I assume you're talking about the streaming service and not the thing that Rex's junkies do when it's been too long since a visit.
Yes, yeah. It's a streaming app. There is someone that I've been looking at that seems to have quite the potential. I think that I could take advantage of if you were to assist them in gaining popularity through whatever means.
Oh,
not sure how.
that's easy as pie. Tell you what, Val. I know I can be a pain in the ass sometimes, and I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. For anybody else, that would probably be two separate favors. But for you tonight, because I know I'm not always easy to deal with, I'll do them both for the one favor that I promised. How's that?
That can work. I appreciate that. I've
Yeah.
been a rather loud a few days, especially with the microwave being broken. Surprised that someone decided to throw something in there that wasn't supposed to be in there.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll get him later. He owes me a lot of whatever. We'll talk later. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't like people taking my food, given that nobody else in here likes my fucking food anyway, but whatever. Also, let's see. If I can see your phone, I'll get that set up for you right now. And if you give me a username or a handle or whatever you got for this streamer kid, I'll check him out and see if I can't give him a foot up.
I'll give the username to David, my favorite Twitch streamer.
What's his handle? No. What's his handle? Make it up on the fly. What's his Twitch handle?
Super David Brothers. Because you talk about playing Mario, so obviously he's Super David Brothers.
Okay.
Or Super David Bro. My bad. Super David Bro.
Okay.
There we go. I imagine Valerie actually says Super David Brothers, and I have to type in Super David, and I hit bro, and the username comes up, and I'm like, okay.
So go ahead and give me a wits and technology intelligence and technology to make the bots that will help boost his Twitch channel.
Alrighty. Given that the bots are kind of nefarious activity, can I include my hacking in this or no?
Yes. Because you are
Sweet.
having to do some shady shit right now.
Imagine I'm watching over like the shoulder of the chair. I'm just kind of leaning down a little bit, staring.
Like, what is this? You know what? Go ahead and give me an intelligence and technology to see if you can follow any of this.
Yes. I understand greatly. I have 1 dot in technology. Thank you very much.
Okay. So maybe you
5
can
successes.
5 successes. All right.
I got 1.
1. Those are some numbers on the screen. That's some coding. That's Matrix is a great film.
Yeah, I imagine I'm watching, and I'm going to nod along like I know what's going on. I'm just.
Yes. Good. Yes.
As I'm making the bots, Valerie, or fucking names everywhere in my brain right now. Annalise will kind of clock Valerie nodding and kind of looking out of her depth. I imagine with a 1 success, it's kind of obvious that she's new. And go. So what I'm doing here is essentially making a whole bunch of accounts that look like they're legitimate and act like they're legitimate. They're basically little robots with their own brain as far as I've programmed it, and they're going to go in, boost his numbers, and by boosting his numbers, they're going to push him out to more real people, which will also boost his numbers if he's any good at what he does.
It's like 9. It's like, yes, All right. That should do him some good. I'm sure that he will have the capabilities of performing at a much larger scale. He's see the chat say this base. I heard Rex say that once before. I'm not entirely sure what it means, but I hear it often.
From what I understand, it means like solid, maybe? Like, I don't know, just good. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to the slang as much as I do to the code behind what people are doing. It's way easier to rewrite the system than it is to worry about what's getting chatted on it. And Pahone, please.
All right. Now just for me to have a reminder here, Crafty, I don't have anything that would be like too bad on my phone from what I recall, right? I don't think I have anything like involving.
I think the only incriminating thing you have on your phone is that photo that the whole the coterie has of Glass's girlfriend tripping balls at the nightclub.
I kind of don't care about that being seen.
Yeah,
that's all of our
you
beef.
basically you basically just use your phone to keep in contact with the coterie, as far just based on the sessions and downtime since the beginning of the game. That's the only incriminating thing that would be on your phone.
Yeah, I'll hand it over. I'll unlock it and hand it over. I'll say, and I want to make sure that this also is encrypted from you as well. I know that if you're making it, you probably know how to get into it, or at least you can promise me that you won't look into it. Not much use if someone can just look into it whenever they want.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Valerie. Even if I encrypt it from my own end, I can always get back into my own code. Any hacker can. And I'll make you this promise. I won't go into your phone without telling you, unless I am asked to do so by somebody in charge of me, like Rex or DeLeon. If I am asked to do so by DeLeon, I'll tell you first. If I'm asked to do so by Rex, that's between him and you.
Yeah, I can respect that.
I'm not going to bullshit you, but I'm also not going to fuck myself over by telling somebody over my head no.
Just nod to that as just kind of once again kind of staring at you, just like looking at the phone, expecting you kind of do something like right now. Just
oh yeah, no, I'll do something right now.
Intelligence and technology. No hacking specialty because you're encrypting it.
Fair. Oh, not even white hat.
you can involve hacking if you include 5 malware in my phone.
I would like to leave a backdoor into the phone, but that's not really hacking. That's something any coder does if they're creating a thing. Woohoo! Another 5 successes.
Easy enough. You're able to encode it, make it so that whenever it makes phone calls, it's gonna be bouncing from towers, so that people can't really ping to their location.
VPNs for days.
Basically, what you've done here is you just put a VPN that doesn't stop onto the phone.
Yeah. And I did burn 1 willpower to get those 5 successes, so I am at 1 willpower burn.
Okay. All good. Alright. Scene is still yours.
I will hand the phone back over. Alright, you could call somebody in fucking Iran with that thing, and people would think you were talking to somebody in Texas while you were in Tennessee, so.
Understood. I appreciate this, Annalise. So far, proving yourself to be much better than Alex.
I do what I can. Alex, man, I've been trying to help that kid, but she is just determined to fuck herself over. Like, hard determined. Like, you would think she had a kink for it or something. It's weird shit.
Yes. I assume it's the standard Toreador sire. Those who to get a kid, they like them. They're like, this is the greatest thing, and they drop them off the face of the earth and move on to their next big project. They're probably got a half-baked education on things, or even a incorrect education, was left to the curb, and now little baby Alex is now left unsure of even the most basic concepts like hierarchies or respecting the Nosferatu.
Yeah. I will say that is a fuck up on Hosiah's part, but I also think maybe Hosiah just made a fucking mistake. To quote a old Indiana Jones movie, I think maybe they chose poorly.
That's a good reference. And just nods to that, just as a. But
that's okay. I have a particularly potent come to Jesus meeting plan for Alex, so it'll be fun. Oh, and it's going to be even more fun because I have something interesting to share with everybody, so that'll be an entertaining conversation.
Understood. I'm sure Rex and Alex find their way back here soon enough. I'll leave you to what you are doing now.
Nothing particularly important. I'm just sticking around in Minecraft. People leave open servers and build all kinds of wild stuff, and it's really cool. But sometimes it's fun to just come in and remove every other block out of the shit they built, or just take whatever's in one of the chests they left behind and leave like a little note that says "lock your shit" or something. It's fun. I put it back like a week later, but it's I don't know. I get a kick out of it. People should pay attention to their shit.
Just Valerie's kind of looking, I'm not quite sure I understand the appeal of it, but I suppose,
talk to your David friend. I'm sure he could explain it to you.
Go as far as friend, but I'm starting to see the little bit of appeal of watching others play games. It's mildly entertaining, but it seems to have a lot of potential nowadays, especially with how popular and how mainstream it is. I suppose maybe
it's a pretty spicy meatball.
Okay.
Another reference. Don't sweat it, Val.
Good soup.
It just just kind of looks confused, like, okay, well, I will let you be. So I'm sure I'll see you soon. I'll be downstairs working on my crochet project if you need me.
All right. And with that, I think we will go ahead and head into our break. And when we come back, the coterie will be back together to catch up and discuss any potential repercussions from the week. All right. So see you after the break. And welcome back. So, before break, the coterie went and did their separate little tasks throughout the week, and finally have gotten back together probably the same night Valerie and Annalise spoke, maybe a few hours later. And yeah, everyone is gathered up in the coterie haven, downstairs area by the living room and the kitchen area, section, and the scene is yours.
Like imagine I'm
All right.
crocheting right now.
Fair. Since everybody's here, if you don't mind, Rex, I've got a little family meeting to have. Come to Jesus meeting, if you will.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is this?
Well, first of all, it's more for Alex's sake than anyone's, but I figure everybody should be here for it. Also, I have a little bit of information at the end that you guys are going to find really relevant.
So is this like an intervention thing? Is that what you're saying?
Something along those lines. I don't think anybody here is particularly old. And I think there are some people here, and she will lock eyes with Alex, are particularly ignorant of the respect that should be put on certain names. You don't fuck with your coterie, and you really don't fuck with a coterie when you have a Tremere in it. And I would like to extinguish Vitae on Alex.
Fuck. Hang on. Shit. Blood sorcery. You and my Lasombra player, I swear to God.
We love you and appreciate all that you do.
Extinguish Vitae. Okay, you're gonna roll your intelligence and blood sorcery. And Alex, you roll stamina and composure.
Do I need to make an additional rouse check for it?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I might.
My other Tremere player is mostly a dominate build, which I am familiar with. So this is... I'm having to pull resources out for this stuff.
Alright. Hunger unchanged, and you said I need to roll what again?
You will be rolling your intelligence and blood sorcery, and Alex has to roll stamina and composure.
Four successes.
4 successes. All right. So, Alex, Rex, and Valerie, you see Annalise gesturing subtly with her hand as she stares at Alex. And Alex, as she's gesturing subtle with her, doing these gestures with her hand, you feel that yearning pit in your stomach, that part of you that's never going to be full, that part of you that's always hungry, get even hungrier as you go up a hunger level. Your hunger is going to increase by 1.
And then I will walk up to Alex very calmly and present my wrist and say, "You look thirsty. I think you should have a drink."
I think I should too. Let's go back to my haven. I can grab a bite on the way to the job.
No, right now, right here. Take a bite.
I believe, Rex, may I prefer you, honestly, as the leader.
Alex,
No.
Go ahead and you can give me an intelligence and occult roll. Or an
No.
intelligence and politics roll, one of the two.
Alex, I'm giving you the chance to take a bite instead of forcing it down your fucking throat.
1 success.
Never mind, you don't know anything about the Tremere.
I
No.
guess I'll take a bite.
Don't worry, I can't blood bond you if that's what you're worried about.
I'm more worried about the corrosive vitae trick you pulled the first time we met.
Oh, that only works on dead or inorganic material. It doesn't work on kindred.
Well, I guess I don't have much of a choice now, do I? Valerie, Rex, do you have anything to say about this?
As I was saying, no. You don't deserve my blood. You can sip some of hers. Thanks.
I just thought you'd appreciate having me bonded to you.
Nope.
This is a you and me moment, Alex. So she goes to take a bite.
I don't feel like I have much of a choice here.
Cool. As her fangs pierce my flesh, I'm going to activate Scorpion's Touch.
Okay.
Yep.
Give me another rouse check. And then you're going to roll your strength and blood sorcery. And then, Alex, you can roll your stamina and occult or your stamina and fortitude. Wait, do you have fortitude?
No.
Okay, then you can only use stamina and occult.
I do get hungrier.
Okay.
May I rouse one more time to increase my strength?
Yes.
Rex is going to look away from this. Not fully physically, he's just going to dart his eyes to the corner of the room.
Cool, so I stay at a hunger of 3. And you said strength and blood sorcery?
Yes. And then Alex has to do stamina and occult.
I only got 1.
1 success? Okay.
Three successes.
All right. Alex, you take 2 superficial damage as suddenly you feel... Hang on, let me... Real quick, just doing a little bit of reading. Okay, you take 2 points of superficial damage as suddenly you feel your entire body paralyze. It stiffens and you feel like you can't move. Even if you wanted to move your fangs away from Annalise's wrist, you can't. You can't move. And you are pretty much frozen. The only thing that you are able to move is your eyes.
I will take my wrist away, lick my wrist to heal it, and I'll walk around behind Alex and just whisper in her ear, "Don't fucking cross me, bitch. I will put you in the dirt faster than you can fucking blink. Don't cross Rex. Don't cross Valerie. This coterie is the closest thing you have to a family. Even your fucking sire didn't want you. I suggest you get your shit together and get your toes on the line. And if you fuck up again, I will personally fucking drink you dry and throw your corpse in the gutter."
Fun.
By the way, Rex and Valerie, that's part of how I can assist with capturing a fucking white. Oh, one more thing, and I will walk over to the Jar Jar Binks statue, reach over to its face, and pluck a microphone out of the nose, and just into the microphone. "Sorry, Marcos and Sebastian, the exhibition show is over. I'm not really into that kink. But if you want to give us a call and have a chat with us anytime to get filled in on the status of things, it would be my pleasure." And I'll crush the microphone in my hand.
Yeah.
Turn around to everybody and go, "You didn't fucking sweep for bugs the minute you got in this place? What the shit?"
Considering none of us had the adequate knowledge on that subject, only one that did was the property of someone else, and they decided not to get them to do so.
Yeah, I blame Grimmerdale.
All right, well, now that we're no longer bugged, feel free to talk openly in the Haven. And if I walk over and push Alex, can I just push her to sitting on the couch?
Her body is fully stiff, so if you did push
Okay,
her onto
just
the
like
couch, she would
topple
just
her
kind
over
of-
so that she's like at an angle leaning and be like, "Oh, that's better. You look so much more comfortable, Alex. But
Yeah, you can-
be
you
sure to
can-
let me know if you have any reviews or if I can do anything else to be of service, little one.
What's going through
Also, you're not getting your fucking social media back, bitch."
What's going through Alex's mind through all this?
Well, paralyzed, though.
Yeah, like
was
this is
tad
just an inner
frustrated there.
monologue. Inner monologue. What's her inner monologue right now?
Air monologue is wow, Annalise has some bite to back her bark.
Yep. All right, continue.
How long is that gonna last?
To be honest with you, Rex, I don't know. I've never had to do that to anybody before. And this particular incident, Alex is a little bit of a guinea pig. But Alex, that's why I can run my fucking mouth and you can't.
I will say, Annalise, that your sire probably did tell you that it wears off after a little bit. Doesn't.
Okay, fair enough. It won't be forever, and it probably won't even be the rest of the night, but we could time it if you want, because I've never actually had to do it before. Pull out my phone and set a timer or a stopwatch on it and be like, let's see how long it takes for her to get the fuck out of it.
Okay, well, we still have to work tonight, and I really was hoping that she would be the one to talk to whatever restaurateurs, since she talks the talk. So hopefully she gets unstiffed by the time we get there.
Does my hunger decrease from drinking the vitae at all?
Actually, yeah, it does. You would have had to take in at least a 1 rouse check's worth of blood from her. Because that's the amount that she needs to put into these this blood.
So just be like 1 hunger worth?
Yeah, you would go down 1 hunger from it.
I'm sitting at 3, but that's okay. It was fucking worth it.
And now we're
Okay.
even.
Well, Jesus has been come to. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yep. Now that Alex can get fucking religion about following the rules, let's go.
So who is
We're
moving?
gonna be riding together.
Are you guys riding together?
I'll fold down the back seat in my station wagon and just kind of like throw her in there like some lumber.
right.
Close.
I'll say
Close the
that
hatch.
between the 3 of you, River and Mark, you're able to put Alex in the back seat, and you're driving towards Dunedin to this bar.
River had the experience
Yeah.
in this.
All right.
River's throwing bodies in cars.
So I will say that about like 10 minutes into the drive, Alex, you do start getting some feeling back. So while you're driving, is there any conversation that you guys would like to have? Maybe plan out what you're going to do?
Well, that fucking sucked.
No, you fucking suck.
You know, a bit heavy-handed for my taste, but gets the message across.
Insert vampire pun here.
So what's the plan, Mr. Elias?
Well, you, my paralyzed underling.
She's not paralyzed anymore if she's talking. So I'll say that you'll note, like Annalise, a good summation of how much time it takes for these to wear off is about 15 minutes for the poison to affect at least a kindred.
Fair enough.
Well, for you, your job is you're going to interview the staff. You're probably going to take Valerie with you in case some noggins need to be scrambled. Annalise and I will probably be the ones looking around the actual scene. If you guys get to break early, then you can come with us and we can look at the scene together. Any other ideas or questions?
Do you want me to have River come with you, or do you want River to kind of be on standby, making sure that no one is watching us or coming onto the scene?
Well, sure, I can have River with me. Your dad, if he's coming, could come with you guys. I prefer if you watched him.
I would have said that I would have liked to have left Marquise at home.
Yeah, no, if you want to
everyone
leave,
was okay with
yeah,
it.
if you want to leave him at home, he probably just helped you bring the body to the car, and then just fucked off back into the house.
Yeah. We don't really need him to know anything is going on here.
My room is fucking locked.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He's probably just watching TV.
Hello, novellas.
That's literally generally, I will say that those of you who go to the coterie, that's generally what he is doing. Valerie barely could stand to look at him, so he kind of just stays in the living room kitchen area, just watching TV and killing time.
All right, then I'll rescind that.
You know what? You can take River with you. I'll trust you two as a pair. It'll help in case somebody decides to do something awful again.
Understand.
Anything else?
At some point in the future, we'll have to have our talk on Carmen. I believe we had two very different interactions with her.
Yeah, I'll get to you.
While we are driving, just to give you guys an update, I pulled the information on the car that Haley was driving, and I'm going to be sending that over to Marcos in case the coterie finds the car before the fuzz does. But it was still missing at the time I talked to her friends. Besides that, I was more focused on making sure that we weren't being observed, and I'm glad that I did, because fucking Jar Jar Binks has always been nosy, but that was some bullshit.
I mean, don't they kind of have a right to do that?
It was a test. I verified with Marcos that it was De Leon's when I found it. He was kind of disappointed that it hadn't been found sooner, but like they said, they didn't exactly have a techie on site.
Well, glad we have you now, Miss Fisher.
This new attitude suits you. You should keep it up. You'll get farther than you would swimming upstream.
So, who are we looking for? On
I believe this was a cook or a hand or something that got...
Dan Taylor.
Yeah, he was just a line cook. Basically, you can talk to if you're going to the restaurant, you can talk to the staff, see if anyone heard anything that night. You can also potentially see if there were any cameras in the area that could have picked something up. This whole thing was basically buried by the police through Zeke's influence.
Does this match the other white attacks we've seen?
Yes.
We don't really know yet.
No, yeah, you did get a full autopsy from Dorothy at the meeting. The body was brutally, like, the bones were fractured from grips on the body. Like, there were handprint bruising, and there was a bite mark on the neck, as well as cause of death being exsanguination. It wasn't as savage as the other attacks, but it was still very much a kindred-related cause of death.
It is a little different from the others, though, in the aspect that most of the others' attacks weren't really that close to somewhere public. They were usually done by an escape mean somewhere near water or by a sewer. So if we can try to look for a sewer exit nearby, perhaps, or see what means of escape this creature would have.
I did take it to the time to search a few sewer exits on my way. Didn't see anything, at least nothing matching what the last one was doing. So maybe I need to check again. All right. I guess we're coming up here, huh?
Yep. And we've all got our marching orders.
Yep, you
One
guys...
last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
One last question, Mr. Elias.
Sure.
My current plan would be to first talk with the person in charge of the restaurant before talking with the other cooks. Cooks, do you agree, or do you have a better idea?
Try what you can. If you can't get to them right away, which would be understandable, then go ahead and meet the next person you think would probably know this guy.
My concern is simply looking like I'm trying to poach staff or something. I want to show respect to the person in charge.
Fair enough. However you want to do it, if you can get what you can, I respect your decision making.
I am grateful for the respect, Mr. Elias.
Oh, don't take my choice of words so seriously.
Are you sure we didn't bump Alex's head on the car, throwing them in on the car? I think that something in the blood got them acting a little different.
Can't imagine where something in the blood might have come from.
Don't
Be
think
amazed
too
what a
heavily of it,
perspective
Valerie.
shift can.
What was that?
Don't think too heavily of it, Valerie.
I think you mean Miss Monet.
Not in this case.
Well,
We could have a
Alex?
refresher later if you want.
No, thanks, Miss Fisher.
You guys pull into the parking lot of the bar at that point. It's called the Scratch Bar and Grill. It is a pool hall that has a bar area and just a kitchen attached to it. And there's like 6 pool tables that people can play at any given point. It's not too busy this time in the week, and it's about, I'll say, 10 p.m. at this point, so like the traffic has really died down. There's only a few cars in the parking lot. And you pull on River pull. Who's driving? Okay, so this is weird because River's usually driving. So Annalise will pull and park the car, and so how are you guys splitting up?
All right, struggle bus unloading. I believe Rex said that Val and Alex were going into the establishment and we were checking out the scene of the crime, and that was the alley, correct?
Correct. All right.
River's also coming with me and Alex.
Okay. So we'll split up the scene, and we'll go with Alex and Valerie and River inside first. So when you go into the bar, it's as described. There's 6 pool tables. 2 are currently occupied by these groups of people that are just casually playing, drinking, eating some appetizers. You see the bar on one end of the room, and you can see the doors leading to the kitchen. How would you like to proceed?
Just gonna look at Alex for a moment, just nod forward and say, take the lead.
Is there any waiter or person manning the bar?
You do see that there is a woman at the bar. She is currently cleaning glasses.
I'll approach her.
What can I get you?
Like to talk with some people. Heard there's been some stuff going on around here that is of matter to other people in the industry.
Oh, so suddenly someone cares. So suddenly someone cares now. Okay, that's fine. What do you want from us? What do you want from us?
I'd like permission to talk with a few of the cooks about Dan Taylor.
Can I see your credentials? Fucking cops won't talk to us for the past week, but all of a sudden you're coming in, and now you're coming in and want to talk to us?
I'm not a cop. I'm another restaurant owner who's worried about my staff.
Oh. So, how'd you hear about it?
Word goes around. One of my cooks was a friend of Dan's, and thought there may be someone like attacking restaurant workers or something. Rivals. Petty bullshit.
Go ahead and give me a manipulation and subterfuge.
I'd like to state that I could help, but I won't help.
River is just going to be casually walking around checking out the interior. 2 successes.
2 successes.
2 successes. I'll say that she kind of eyes you a little bit. I mean, we have some cooks in the back that we have a couple of them left.
I just don't want to walk into someone else's kitchen, and that would be considered trespassing.
1 second. And she'll skirt pass out of the bar and go into the kitchen. You hear some, it's a loud, kitchens are a loud environment, so you hear some shouting, but it's not like aggressive shouting, it's just general kitchen shouting. And she walks back out. Yeah, they'll talk to you if you want to head back in there.
I am grateful, thank you. And with that, we'll walk back.
All right, so you go into the kitchen. It is a bar kitchen. The line is very cramped. You basically have the window where plates are served right in front of you, a little bit of space for the waitstaff to be able to grab stuff out from the windows, and in the back you just see like barely enough room for 2 people to stand back to back with the prep tables and the stoves behind them. You see 2 guys currently at work. One of them's at the fryer, another one's at the grill. One of the men is a larger man, a little bit of a beer gut, with glasses, and he's wearing a black chef jacket and has a rag tucked into the back of his pants. And then the other guy is a younger man. He looks to be in his early 20s, with like kind of curly-ish, wavy brown hair, wearing a hat that's like backwards, and he is currently at the fryer getting some fries out of there. And they'll look at you. What can we help you with? We're gonna be working while we talk, though.
Sounds good. Wouldn't have it any other way. Hey, here to talk about Dan Taylor?
Yeah, what about him?
I heard some pretty nasty stuff happened to him, and I was wondering if you know anyone who's seen something about it.
I mean, if you call being murdered in the back of an alley dirty stuff, then yeah, some dirty stuff definitely happened to him. They
That is
still
what I
haven't fucking caught
call
the
it.
guy.
Was there any security camera that may have seen it? Any kind of people around on a smoke break?
He was on his smoke break. He was back there. We have security cameras on the building, but I mean, from what we've seen in the angle, we see Dan going around, like the cameras in the alleyways pointed at the doors. So in the footage you see Dan's going around I think Dan heard something coming out of the dumpster and he went to go check it out and walked off camera.
What was the fucking time this happened?
Oh God. Caleb, you were working that night, right? And the younger guy nods. Yeah, it was about I think it was after our main rush. I want to say maybe 10:20ish.
There have been a history of things like this happening, odd people being seen back there, or history of violence against the kitchen staff here?
I mean, it's Florida. There's weird people around every corner if you look hard enough. But generally, Dunedin's a nicer area. And we don't really, like, I mean, there's been some scraps at the bar. People get drunk. It happens. People get upset over losing a game. These things happen, but we've never had someone be assaulted and killed in the back of our alley before, if that's what you're talking about. No. Are you with the cops or something? Like, I don't think you are. Like, they've been pretty hush-hush about this whole thing.
Fellow restaurant crew know that this might be a pattern of attack. Heck, want to keep our industry safe.
What restaurant do you own?
The Sunset Parlor up north.
Oh, that's the new swanky place that opened up at the resort?
Precisely.
Why are you in Dunedin right now? No, like the cops you got up there are going to be way better than the cops we got down here.
I'll assure you they aren't.
That's a shame. You'd think with all
Like
that
I
money
told
going
the Like I told the bartender, one of my staff knew Dan Taylor and was getting antsy, so I wanted to run this to ground, since the cops are useless.
I mean, we don't really know anything. Cops won't talk to us, and we've just we go out in pairs now in the alley. We don't go out there alone anymore. We walk
That's
we walk the girls back to their cars at the end of the night now. Doing what we can to stay safe.
Question: can I roll an insight here just to make sure that this
absolutely.
man's telling the truth?
What's an insight? Go for it.
You can't trust anyone. Remember that grandma? I didn't trust her either. All right, what's plus insight?
Who, Sonia?
Yeah, I didn't trust her either.
She's fine,
Or
man.
blood surge.
She was just vibing with her dog, man.
I don't know. She's definitely suspicious. I'm just saying.
I mean, we already decided at the second episode that Chico's the BBEG.
Exactly. I'm
The
using
dog's coming
willpower
back
because I
to
have
bite
plenty.
you.
Bite Rex specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, didn't matter. 2 successes.
They seem to be telling the truth. They don't seem to know anything that happened. Like, one of them just admitted he wasn't even here that night.
So were either of you the people who first saw the body, or?
Yeah, Caleb, and the bigger guy points to Caleb. Caleb went out to check on what was taking him so long with the smoke break, and we just found him lying on the ground. Initially, we were about to call an ambulance, but then we realized he was dead. There wasn't any bullet marks on him, though.
Just lying
Do
on
you
the
know-
ground.
Are there any wounds? What has happened to him? What did you notice?
We noticed a little bit of blood on the back of his shirt. We didn't really get to go too far in. We just checked him for a pulse and started me and the girls started freaking out, calling the cops. I had to go back in and start comforting some of the ladies because they were crying. And we had to
How long was he?
basically
How long was he
clear
out?
the restaurant for the night.
How long was he out before you realized he was missing?
I mean, usually when we take a smoke break, we take 10 minutes, but he was taking a little bit longer. It was maybe about the 12-minute mark that I started going. I was wondering where he was at and went out there because like I had all these tickets and I wanted to take my break too.
Well,
But-
lucky you didn't then.
Yeah, probably.
So we're talking. There's another guy there that did see the body, right? We're not talking to him right now. The other guy's mainly talking, right? Crafty.
I'm sorry?
So we're talking to 2 guys right now. One of them is the one that's seen the body, and the one that is talking right now with the one that didn't, right?
The one that is currently talking is Caleb. He was the one that found the body. He was working that night with Dan. The other guy, the
Okay.
bigger dude, he seems to have been doing most of the talking, but he wasn't there that night. He was off.
Okay. I was just asking, like, did you see any weird marks? Like, I know you said you saw a little bit of blood, but do you see where the blood was coming from? Were there any visible wounds?
I saw it on the back of his shirt. He's the dumbass that wears that wears a white t-shirt to work. I'm sorry, they get covered in smoke stains, grease stains, all that stuff. So like white chef coats, black chef coats. You only have a white chef coat you only have a white chef coat to put on before you head up front to meet people. But otherwise you just wear a black chef coat or dark colored shirts in the back because save less on laundry, honestly.
Tell me about it.
Did anyone else see the body? Like the shop restaurant owner? Did they come out as well?
Deirdre in the front, she saw it, and one of the wait staff saw it, but she was staying late to finish up her table. Usually we let most of the servers go at 10, and it's just 2 guys and Barbara and Deirdre and the busboy, dishwasher.
So is there anything special about Dan that may have provoked this attack?
Dan was just a regular dude. He came to work. He went home. Had a dachshund and a cat. He's got some family, but no, he's just an average dude. Smoked a lot of weed, but who doesn't these days? Especially when we work back here, our knees are fucking killing us and we can't afford medical insurance, so weed kind of takes the edge off at the end of the day.
Did you know anyone that might know Dan a bit better? I know that my associate here has someone that knew Dan, but not that very well. So we're trying to see if there's anyone who could have known them better to give us more information.
He had a brother and a dad lived in town.
Do you have their names?
No, I don't know. We don't really get into full details about our personal lives back here. We kind of just dick around, talk about like movies that come out, stuff like that. We're work associates, but we're not really outside of work friends.
Oh, advice for y'all for safety.
Yeah.
If something like this does try to attack you, I'd recommend you try fire. Or to scare it away. Just a lighter or something even.
I'm gonna look over like confused, like what the
What?
fuck are you talking about?
Why don't we just, or we could just pull a knife on it?
Yeah, the animals around where I work have gotten really aggressive recently.
Wait, you think it's an animal that did this to him?
Animal, gang person.
Why the fuck would fire scare a gang, like a lighter scare a gang member off?
Does it forgive her? I think she's been watching too many movies lately or something. I don't know why she is so
I think you're right. It's
insistent
been a
on
long
that.
night.
Alright,
But
well, we got
if it's-
tickets in the window. Are you guys done interrogating us now?
I just, if I can, I would like to ask if I could talk to some of you one-on-one just to get a better idea of the situation here. I know it just will take a moment of your time.
What's up?
It's just like if the other guy's still there, like I said, one-on-one. That just need to talk to you real
Dude,
quick. Just to get
we are working. We are actively working, lady.
I can take over the line and give you some free time.
You don't
time
know
to
our
talk.
menu. No, like and that's
I can
like
do basic prep work.
Okay, but we know, you know how OSHA's a thing? We can't legally let you work back here or we can get our asses in trouble.
This is a fucking bar. Who fucking cares?
We do because we don't want to lose our certification.
I'm gonna put a hand on
I don't know
Alex,
you. We don't know
Alex
you.
shoulder. As I'll just say, it's fine. Please, I'll make sure to compensate you for this. As I will say, could you just please come to the back with me? And I'll memorize this guy because I want to.
Okay.
I need to clear up some information so they don't remember what happened.
So, real quick, do you have cloud memory?
I want to. My goal here is that they remember the body. I'm trying to rewrite their memory about the body.
Okay.
So then there's not a group of people who are like know about the body in this cover up. I want to try and alter their memory so at least they don't remember much about the scene. So at least this cover up, like them not really minding too much about it.
Okay, so I would like for you to roll me an intelligence and occult.
Oh boy, I'm good at that. I say it, I'll roll terribly.
Just because this is gonna be a roll for understanding of your particular talents.
I use a willpower. I love using those. They're like candy. 3 successes.
3 successes. I will say with 3 successes, if you rewrite the memories of these two guys, you're going to have to rewrite the memories of everyone they've talked to.
That's true. That is true. That's fine. I guess I'll just hit him with I'll just say sorry for taking up too much of your time, Alex. It's fine. Although look over to I guess one at a time. I'll look over. I'll say I think it'll just be best just forget about it, as I will then use cloud memory to just change up their change up this memory.
Yeah, you can erase up to 10 minutes of what they've experienced. So yeah, it's easy enough to make them forget that this encounter ever happened. So you see them blink and they just look at the tickets and they just start going back to work and they see you guys. Hey, guys, you're not allowed back here. This is for staff only. Bathroom is right next door. You're gonna go out through those doors and you're gonna go in through, and there should be some signs right out there, ladies.
Yeah, I'll try to look worried, although try and hush, push Alex out the door. Sorry, just
happens all the time. They're right next to each other, easy to mistake. All right.
Just meet with Alex, and then make sure to cloud memory the waitress that we talked to, and then
easy enough. All right, moving on outside to Annalise and Rex. This is an isolated building, so there's no other businesses attached to this one. So you go around and you go around to the back of the building. So the scene is yours. What is your plan here?
I guess Rex will check out like the asphalt, see if there's any, signs of disturbances. I know it's been a while, or possibly some blood traces.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me wits and investigation, because you're looking for a specific thing.
While he is doing that, can I check for sewer hatches, like manhole covers, anything like that in the alley?
Yeah, go ahead and give me another, also wits and investigation.
Oof, I need to hunt. 2 successes on my end.
2 successes? All right, so with 2 successes, you're looking around. You don't seem to see anything out of the ordinary here. It just seems to, like, it might have just gotten cleaned up when the cops were here, but it doesn't look like there's any signs of blood. Annalise.
4 successes for me.
4 successes. With 4 successes, you do see that there are storm drains, but, like, they're not large storm drains. They're not large enough for, like, someone to... Like, they're the ones that, like, gather in a smaller pipe and lead to the larger ones, like, that are built into the streets.
Gotcha.
I will say you do notice that you do see the security camera for the building attached to, like, a light pole that's pointed at the door.
Okay. They got cameras, Rex. It might be worth it to see if they have the recordings inside, or to see if the Barons might have taken the recording as part of the cover-up. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they can get that inside. But if we need to, we'll see about it. Maybe the Barons do have it, but if they did, they probably would have given it to us. So who knows?
Fair enough. None of these sewer accesses are big enough for somebody to have come through. So whoever did this came on foot or by vehicle or something. Like, they didn't come underground.
Right. Do those look like wireless cameras to you? Do you think you can connect to them?
Do they look like wireless cameras?
These look like cameras that you can just hook up to, remotely.
Okay. Since I keep a laptop in my car, would it be conceivable for me to go grab that and try to
absolutely
tap into the system?
Yeah, not hard at all.
While she's leaving to go do that, can I just like step back and think of this area and use my like specialty in ambushing to be like, how would I ambush this area?
All right. What does ambush fall under? Is it stealth?
This is it would be under stealth.
Okay, so I will say you can give me an intelligence and stealth roll to see how you would have gone about this particular, if you were, like, to see if you as a kindred, how you would have gone about this.
You said int, right?
Intelligence and stealth, yeah, with your ambush specialty.
Yes, thank you.
As I come back with the computer, I would also like to activate Sense the Unseen, just in case.
Okay.
4 successes.
And do I need
Go ahead
to roll
intelligence and technology with hacking specialty? Yes. So with 4 successes, Rex, you kind of step back. You position yourself in various places. You saw the photos of how this guy was found. You go to the locations of where he ended up collapsing. You go to where you see that there, like, it would have been very easy for him to have been snuck up on. It's not a very bright alley. Like, the one light source, especially at night, is just from that one lamp, and it's not the brightest lamp in the alley. You see that a quick getaway for this thing would have been just straight after consuming and killing, this person would have just been straight following the back of this building and going off into the streets, potentially going off into a different alley. So, like, without the sewer exits, he would have had, like, whatever he or she would have had to go to a main street to get away.
That is 10 successes with a messy critical at
boy.
3 hunger.
Oh boy.
Explosions on explosions on explosions.
What is the what page are the compulsions under again? 1 second. I hate this book so much. I love this book.
I'm hangry.
Okay.
208, I believe.
What page?
208 or like 208, 209, something like that.
Everyone
Yep.
knows the core books were written by Malkavians.
I mean, they're not organized. I love the books. I love the system. I don't like how they're organized. It makes my OCD brain hurt. All right.
Valid.
So, okay. I think I know how I'm going to do this. So you hack into the footage easily. This is child's play. Like there's no the firewall is a joke. Like it barely takes you 3 minutes to get in. And as
Is the password 1, 2, 3?
The password is literally it's literally the password's guessed. And you log in, you access the footage, and you get to the timestamp of when the body was discovered from the police report that was buried, and you see him going around out of the camera sight past the dumpster. And you do see a shadow from the light source, going in the same direction as Dan. And then you feel a paranoia hit you as you're suddenly just like, fuck, what if it's here? So sense the unseen activating. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, you are now under the paranoia compulsion. You do not feel safe in this location.
I got something, Rex, and I don't like this.
Rex will come up to her side and see if she has anything visibly on the computer.
I got a shadow following our guy right before shit gets hairy, and Annalise will just start head on a swivel, just stressing, visibly stressing.
Are you okay there?
Not really. I want to go home.
Well, we got a little bit more work to do, so just try to
I know. I'm
breathe,
just
and we should be good.
breathe.
Okay. Bad of a speech. Sorry. Turn yourself on if you need to.
I don't think this is the place for that, Rex. Just panicked laughing.
Okay. Sorry. Bad choice of words. You know what I meant. But since you're looking around so dastardly, do you think you can see the? I know y'all are supposed to have magic eyes and shit. Is that a thing you can do?
I can usually see if something's hidden from me. Yeah, I don't think I see anything right now, but I got the heebie fucking jeebies.
Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness at a 2 dice penalty.
With my sense the unseen, does that balance out to a 1 dice penalty?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say just because you're actively looking for the source of your paranoia.
That is 2 successes. I don't know why it's not letting me
You have to hit
post it to
accept.
the thing. It's not giving me an accept option.
Did you spend willpower?
I did, but it's not giving me an accept option anymore.
Click outside the box and hit enter.
I did. I did, but it like took my choices to re-roll off, and now it's just giving me the dismiss message thing. I'll take a screen grab of it and post it right under.
Okay. Might have just timed out. We can see if it'll post in a second. But you said you got 2 successes?
Yep, that's what I got.
2 successes. You don't see anything.
I don't see anything, but
Oh, there it is.
Okay. I'm gonna check out this dumpster. I'll approach the dumpster and
Alright.
maybe give it a once over.
All right, give me a wits and investigation.
while he's
4
doing that,
Yeah. what's
I would like to download the footage that I got from the cameras and send it over to myself on the coterie Haven computer as well.
Okay, easy enough. Rex, you go to start digging through the trash, and as you dig through the trash, you see movement, and you hear a hiss as a raccoon pops up and snarls at you a little bit.
Holy fucking shit.
I'll go ahead and animalism. Try to feral whispers it.
Okay, go ahead and give me your rouse check. And then do I believe it's charisma and animal ken, but I could be wrong. Let me double
It's probably
check.
gonna use my animalism.
Can I wipe the restaurant's security camera footage from the restaurant?
Yeah.
I don't want anybody else having access to the shadow on the wall here.
It's manipulation and animalism.
Well, that's pretty nice.
Charisma and animalism is if you want to summon an animal to you.
It's gonna be 3 successes.
3 successes. You kind of hold out a hand to soothe it a little bit. Just be like, hey, we're all friends here, sort of deal. And the raccoon is just kind of like glaring at you and has a southern accent actually as it speaks to you. It's my trash can.
Yeah.
Mine.
Look.
My trash. My food.
Yeah. Your food. Your trash. You good. Hey. Any big scary pred come by here?
And you see it think for a moment. Yeah. Big monster.
Big monster. That's what I'm looking for. You got any info on the big monster?
8 guy.
Yeah, I know that. Trying anything else?
Went that way, and it looks to the end of the alley.
That's good.
This raccoon's
Anything.
massive, by the way. It is just fat and huge.
Anything else?
Sniffs at you. Smells like you.
Yeah. I figured. Do you have any description of it? Other than monster?
Like it's trying to think very hard. You can see it's struggling. Tall like her. And it looks at Annalise. So Annalise, you're just seeing this thing chittering and looking around, and you hear Rex also doing raccoon chitters. So like you just, It's not helping your paranoia. Like, this is weird as fuck. You're just like, the fuck is going on right now? I'm so done with this shit.
Squeak, squeaker, squeaking, squeakity, squeaker.
They're a rat.
The fuck?
Raccoon. Yeah, the raccoon looks taller than her.
Taller than her. Okay. That helps. Have you seen it since?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, it likes to blend with shadows.
Blend with the shadow. Okay. When it was here, how long did it wait before it attacked the guy?
Hid right over there, and he points to a corner off camera site, like the very corner of the building. And and man heard me in the trash, and then when man came to shoo me off, monster came, ate his throat.
Okay, buddy. That's real helpful.
Ain't buddy, Pippin.
Pippin?
Pippin.
All right.
I love him.
Looky here, I'm gonna do you a favor.
Max says, I call Pippin.
Look, Pippin, I'm gonna give you a favor here. If you see him again, well, I guess I can't actually ask you to let me know. But
I'm only here maybe twice a week.
Okay.
Usually with Mac and Spud.
Okay. How long ago was this? Well, no, I don't even know that. No, never mind. I know.
A lot of moons ago.
Right. But I'm gonna do you a favor, and I'm going to change my feral whispers to the fleas that live on him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna if I don't know if that causes me another rouse to do that.
What's your intention with the fleas?
I'm just gonna tell him to fuck off. Get out of his way.
All right, this is going to be an interesting one. I will, instead of asking for your feral whispers, I will ask you to use your unliving hive ability to command a swarm.
As far as I know, Unliving Hive just extends its powers to my other pre-existing powers.
Oh, okay. I will say that you could compel your swarm to eat the fleas off of him. But I don't think you can command a swarm of fleas to leave him alone.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just not do that then.
Or hang on. It's just that it's a tricky thing because it's a lot of them.
As far as I know, it says I can command swarms.
Where? On where? On Unliving Hive?
Part of Unliving Hive.
1 second, let me just... Let's conceal...
It's under animalism, to be clear.
It's under animalism, okay.
Meanwhile, Annalise just is looking around the alley and borderline looking like she is tweaking.
247.
247. There it is, okay. Okay. Okay, I thought this was an extension of Obfuscate. That's where my confusion was. Alright, so yeah, I will say all I'll ask for then is a charisma and animalism roll.
Okay.
To command the swarm. Or no, it is manipulation and animalism to perform a service. Charisma is to summon, that's right. I don't deal with a lot of animalism abilities. This is me also learning.
So you said manipulation and
Yeah, manipulation and animalism.
Sweet. We're not going to accept that roll.
All right.
That's going to be a 4 potential brutal.
4 successes, easy enough. You command the swarm of fleas that are on him to bug off, as it were. And you see him like just shake a little bit, and he's just like, feel better.
All right.
And he'll start to clamber out of the dumpster, which you see is a little bit of an effort for him. This is a fat raccoon, like fatter than most raccoons you've seen. And he just like clambers out and gets on the ground and looks up at you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
And he'll just start waddling his way down the alley in the direction he would have said the white would have escaped.
Okay. I'll code switch back to people talk to Annalise.
Did you just talk to a fucking raccoon?
Yeah, his name's Pippin.
Of course it fucking is, and he's got a best friend named Mary. What the fuck?
Something like that. Anyway, so he said that the white went that way and that it hid over there and it could blend with the shadows.
So it probably had obfuscate or something.
Yeah.
I don't fucking like this.
By this point, I'll say that Alex and Valerie, you finished up inside and have reconvened with the Rex and Annalise in the back.
Yo, any word?
Nothing really of note that can be used. They don't know anything about Dan enough to give us any further details. Apparently he has family in town, a brother and a father that might be able to ask questions about, but I doubt we'll be able to find much from finding out more about Dan, considering that these creatures usually just attack to feed.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, it probably obfuscates or some other shadow bullshit.
I got footage. It's not much. I sent it to myself, and I wiped the restaurant's hard drive of it because every little bit counts. I don't fucking like this. And she is just twitchy and anxious and fucking paranoid looking.
Well, unfortunately for you, we only have less than a month now to complete our job, so I suggest you try and compose yourself enough to at least finish for today.
Oh, eat me.
Yeah, calm down a little, Valerie. It's
I
fine.
wouldn't recommend that.
Well, the whole situation brought on by someone's mistake, so we have to make the best of what we can do here. We can't afford to take our time.
Oh, don't be too harsh. I think they were only going to give us a month anyway. Look, yeah, I don't think we have much else to do here. I guess I'll give a closer look to the actual corner. You guys, if you want, you can peek around some more. But other than that, we probably are bust here. It did say it went that way. We could check out if there's a more clear exit over there.
All right.
Let's go that way.
You guys head to the end in the direction the raccoon said that the white went. And go ahead and give me wits and awareness checks, everyone. Annalise, yours will be at a 2 dice penalty.
Can River give one?
Which is one with the Auspex. Okay.
I'll say that River can assist you, Valerie.
Can I not assist River? I like River's dice pool a lot more than mine.
River is going to, from now on, the ghouls assist the actual kindred. There's been an over-reliance on ghouls lately.
Has an 8 dice pool.
I know. He can assist you. He is an extension
2 successes.
of you. 2 successes.
I got a crisp 5.
5, okay.
Jesus fucking Christ on a cracker.
Here we
Too bad it
go.
wasn't a crit.
This is going to be a very sad dice pool.
Well, you get an additional one for help from...
Yeah, I went from a solid 3 to a solid 4, baby. I got 2 successes.
Okay. And what did you get, Annalise? 2 successes. Okay.
I got, yeah.
I'll say 2 successes is enough for everyone. So everyone looking around is able to see there's a traffic cam at the light at the end of the block.
I would like to get into that bad boy.
All right. So this is in the middle of the street. So to hook up to this, you'll have to hook up to the pole that's connecting to it. You're good. So you will be visible while you do this.
Fuck it. Live dangerously.
Okay.
All right. I imagine that I would have the tools to splice into things with me.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to do that. And
All right. Go ahead and roll your technology and hacking, or intelligence and technology with hacking. The rest of you, if you want, you can keep an eye out using your wits and awareness that you've already rolled. So
if you don't mind, Annalise, could possibly, while you're doing that, River grab your car and pull it in front, just so that we can reduce a bit of visibility from the road.
sure, and I will toss River the keys.
River will go run over, drive the car, and set it up as you guys want. Basically, looks like he's set it up so that it looks like he's just checking his tire, parked off to the side.
4 successes.
4 successes. All right. What were you saying, Rex?
I'll just start looking around the area, just in general.
All right.
With a burnt willpower.
I'll let your 5 success wits and awareness roll. You do see that there is some sewer entrances here, but you also notice that this is a very public area, and there's a lot of alleys that this thing could have gone into as well. 4 successes, you are able to remotely access this camera and get the footage from that night. You glance at the timestamps, and when you look at, you see that there is a figure that comes out from that alleyway, and when you notice that there is a couple of people just walking casually down the street, walking towards it, and this thing just and they just casually walk by as if they didn't see it as it continues walking forward.
Enhance. No, I know it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So you have the footage of the figure coming out of you would have to enhance and zoom in and do some work on the side to get it. Would you like to try to do that now?
I would like to send myself the footage so I can do that back at the Haven.
Okay.
And maybe try to get a sense of if there are traffic cameras further down that I could check to see if it continued on a way or if it went somewhere else.
Okay. All right. So what would you guys like to do now?
Well, considering the fact that we're dealing with something that can blend in, it will be very difficult to try and track down. The only ways we would be able to reliably find its location is to either have some sort of animal that can keep an eye out, or to maybe try, most like, actually the best probably would be an animal to try either get the scent or perhaps just seeing it itself. I'm not sure if you would be able to do that, Rex.
I mean, from what I was talking to the oh yeah, that was raccoon. From what I was talking to a raccoon about, it hasn't come back. But if it has, it was while it wasn't here. So I can't guarantee that it's gonna be back here anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying for the future of trying to track this thing down, because unlike the other one that we hunted down, it's going to focus on stealth a lot more. It's not going to leave a very obvious trail. So it'd probably be best if perhaps in the future we took come one of these scenes with some sort of dog or something. That way at least a dog can track down the smell, considering how strong their sense of smell are.
What were you saying, Alex?
Rex, Mr. Elias, Miss Fisher, I have an idea. Do you have any kind of camera you could plant in the sewer just to see if any traffic goes by? try and review it from like a phone or something?
I think we would need permission from the barons to post cameras in their territory, but that's up to you, Rex.
I'd really rather not talk to them again. We'll see about it maybe later. We don't have anything on us right now, but we could maybe transfer some of my cameras from our barony over.
I'll check the remaining traffic cameras in the area this week and see if I can pick up anything else that looks similar or trace anything down. This is sketchy as fuck.
That'd probably be best. I doubt that they would use the sewer. It might be using the sewer again, but it might just be going somewhere else because the other creature didn't have the ability to do this, to blend in. So if it has the ability now, there's no reason for it to exactly have to use the sewer as much.
Let me try something. Rex will look to the nearest building, and I'm going to climb it.
All right, go ahead and give me a Dex and Athletics.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna unhook from the security camera and stow my laptop in case somebody walks by.
Yep.
I have a specialty in climbing.
Okay.
It's going to be 4 successes.
4 successes, easy enough. You're able to climb the side of the building, avoiding the windows as much as possible.
I'm going to look around on the roof itself.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm going to try to see my potential paths if I was somebody who did climb up here and jump to another roof or something, or who did use one of the nearby alleyways. Either one.
Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness roll.
Three successes.
3 successes. You look around. This is a location where there's a lot of restaurants, retail places. There's no limit to how many places this thing could navigate to avoid being seen and to get away. This is basically an urban maze location of Dunedin. Doesn't go on forever as it hits residential neighborhoods, but at least in this little area, very easy for it to slip away.
Yeah, this sucks. I'm just gonna get down. Nothing obvious up there.
What did you go up there for? Just to see any routes it could have gone or something like that?
Well, yeah, mostly. If it's anything like my clan, I think you can make yourself in such a way that you can do big jumps and shit too. So. Oh,
and the buildings would be close together for Nosferatu or anyone who can do soaring leap to jump, but it can easily evade noticed fairly easy if it's stuck to this area.
Okay.
Is there anything of note about, at least anything of note you saw up there? Anything that could help us?
Nah. Place is a maze. Nothing obvious. If it did jump with roofs, it could have, but yeah, nothing clearly here.
Wait, you said this is a maze?
Well, yeah, I say that as in all the buildings are real close together. It could have gone anywhere.
That might narrow it down a bit more. If it is like a maze, and if it especially is one of your types, it might just be in this area, somewhere in this area. If it can have an area for it to easily hide in and navigate around, evade detection, or slip away rather easily, there's a fairly good chance that it won't leave this area. It'll still hunt in this area. It might just be in one of the buildings or hidden away in some obscure spot here.
Okay. Can I look for Pippin? Is he still around?
I'll say that you saw him go towards another alley when you came out of the from behind the bar's building.
If I can maintain my communication with him from earlier, I'm just gonna try to be like, since I did that favor, if you see him again, we'll be back. Let me know.
You got 3 successes on the initial roll, right?
Yeah.
All right. He'll. You know the round chip with hole in center?
Yeah.
I want those.
You got it.
And you see him like his fur fluff out happily when you say that you'll get him though. You'll get him essentially Funyuns is what he's asking for.
Oh, I thought it meant like Cheez-Its, but fine.
No,
I meant
Funyuns.
donuts.
The round, like the rings, the chip rings.
Okay.
And yeah, he'll go back to digging through the trash like he was.
All right. Well, you wanted a scout. I got an animal friend here. He'll help us.
That'd be good. And at least if you can try and maybe focus around this area, the exterior of this kind of maze here, we can see if it did leave or perhaps if it's just staying inside.
That's the plan.
Because if it is, it's going to be a very difficult task of finding this thing.
All right. Well, we only had the one victim known, right?
So far.
Okay. Well, if that's everything, anybody else got any ideas?
Getting the fuck out of here would be nice.
Yes, unfortunately, we can't rely on any eyewitnesses, so we can't get any kind watchers, so nothing that I can really do.
All right. You guys heading back to the Haven then?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
Yep.
You guys head back to the Haven before we convene for the evening. Annalise, go ahead and give me a wits and technology to try to enhance that image later on in the evening.
I have one
Gotcha.
dot technology. Can I help?
Yeah, you can assist
somehow?
actually, yes. You can offer the help action.
Sweet, that's gonna give me a lovely dice pool.
Yeah.
I like to imagine my whole helping is just like double checking, I guess, because I don't really know the advanced concepts like
yes.
you do. I'm just double checking, like, are you
Val-
sure you should do like this? How is this doing?
Val is
What
just
about
being
that
like-
angle?
Val's just like, enhance there.
Yeah, that, but just also like I imagine them asking questions and kind of questioning your work a little bit is causing you to like go back and like kind of double check and make sure
Yeah.
you're getting the proper results.
4 successes.
4 successes. 4 successes is easy enough. You're able to zoom in, enhance the image, clean it up a little bit, and you do have now a clear photo of this individual. I
have a face.
You have a face that you can run through facial recognition now. All right.
Fuck yeah.
And that's where we're going to go ahead and end this session. Thank you so much for joining us for an episode of Don't Get Caught. We're back on track this week. This Friday, we have What the Hell Is That? So tomorrow night, go ahead and check out our Hunter the Reckoning Chronicle. Saturday, we have After Dark, our behind-the-scenes commentary little special that our host Kent gives us every week. Sunday, we have a new episode of Bloody Strings, our Camarilla Chronicle. On Monday, we have another episode of Mementos dropping on the YouTubes. And then on Tuesday, come back and watch our Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle, Rage Across Tampa. Things are heating up in St. Petersburg. And then you can catch us here again on Thursday for another episode of Don't Get Caught. We got so much content for you guys to check out. We're also on Spotify, so make sure to check us out there. And you guys have just an amazing week. Bye!